Hello, this is Dr. Grande. Today I will analyze the case of Erika McGriff. First, I'll look at the background of this case, including the timeline of the crime, then offer my analysis. Erika McGriff was born in the mid-1980s and lived in Jacksonville, Florida. She was described by law enforcement as a habitual traffic offender. On October 7, 2025, Erika stopped her vehicle at an intersection near the IDEA Charter School at 1845 Bassett Road in Jacksonville. She exited her vehicle with the engine still running. The purpose of her visit was picking up her 9-year-old daughter from school. As Erika was walking, an officer named Randy Holton, who worked for the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, pulled up in his police cruiser. He was assigned to a program that served the school. He was the only officer there. Randy stopped his vehicle and yelled out of his window to Erika, saying, "Hey, where are you going?" She responded, "What is the problem?" Stepping out of his police cruiser, Randy said, "What are you doing? I need your license." Erika said, "I don't know what you're talking about." Randy said, "That's your car. I just saw you get out of the car." Continuing to walk, Erika said, "That's not my car." Randy asked, "Are you out here with your student?" Erika responded, "This is my daughter. Please do not touch me." Randy asked, "Do you want to go to jail?" Erika said, "I do not, sir. I did not do anything wrong." When Randy accused Erika of leaving her vehicle unattended, she indicated that she did not leave the vehicle. She was a passenger. The driver was at the school. Randy said, "Listen, you could get a ticket or you can keep playing these games and go to jail. I'm going to give you one chance. You created the drama." Erika responded, "I don't want any drama. I want to go home. I just came to pick up my child." As he grabbed Erika's arm, Randy indicated that Erika was making this more than it needs to be and ordered her to walk. Erika said, "Please don't grab me. Please don't grab me. Sir, let me go. You're hurting my baby." "No, I'm going back to my car. Let me, I mean." This is a curious statement considering how, only a moment earlier, Erika said, "That's not my car." The officer walked Erika over to his police cruiser. She asked him to let her go and accused him of embarrassing her daughter. Erika started resisting the officer while declaring that she was not pulling away from him. She said, "You got me blanked up. You going to punch me? You going to hit me?" Randy repeatedly stated that Erika was going to jail if she pulled away from him again, and that he was about to put her on the ground. Erika yelled, "Hey, you're hurting my arm. You're hurting me." She ended up on the pavement as Randy wrestled with her, but then Erika managed to get back to her feet. From the body camera video, it appears as though Erika punched Randy with her right hand. Randy then punched Erika twice with his right hand. He grabbed Erika's hair and forced her back to the pavement. As they were wrestling on the ground, Erika said, "Get off me, blank." The blank is a racial slur that rhymes with the word tracker. As the wrestling continued, Randy put Erika in a headlock. She repeatedly said and screamed, "I can't breathe," and "He choking me." I think she meant he is strangling me. Erika begged the crowd for assistance, saying things like, "Please someone," and "Help me, please." Randy repeatedly ordered her to put her hands behind her back, and eventually he managed to get the handcuffs on her. The crowd was pretty fired up by this point. Randy said, "She punched me, and she bit me." A bite mark on his arm supported his claim. Randy placed Erika against the back seat of his cruiser and double-locked her handcuffs. As he was doing this, he said to someone in the crowd, "You've got 25 feet to get away from me, or you're going to jail with her." Randy was invoking a law which was enacted in Florida on January 1, 2025, called the HALO law. This law establishes a 25-foot safety zone around first responders actively performing their duties. If a person refuses to exit this zone after receiving a verbal warning, they can be charged with this misdemeanor offense. Eventually, the officer was able to get Erika in the back seat of his police cruiser and close the door. Erika McGriff was charged with battery on a law enforcement officer, resisting an officer with violence, and operating a motor vehicle while having a revoked driver's license. Two women who were in the crowd, Jasmine Jefferson and Anita Gibson, were later arrested for allegedly violating the HALO law. This was the first time this law had ever been applied. Now moving to my analysis. Here are my thoughts on a few areas that stood out to me in this case. Item number 1. At a press conference, the sheriff of Duval County, T.K. Waters, talked about the case of Erika McGriff. He took the side of Officer Randy Holton, saying that Erika attacked the officer and was at fault. The sheriff thought that Erika's behavior stretched beyond violations of the law and indicated a breakdown of a civil society. He said this breakdown is actively promoted by some people. Erika's behavior modeled and normalized breaking the law to school-age children. She harassed, encumbered, violently resisted, and lied to an officer who was simply doing his job. The sheriff also defended the HALO law, which again had been used for the first time with the arrests of Jasmine Jefferson and Anita Gibson. He believed the law would protect officers from crowds closing in on them during high-stress situations. Item number 2, Erika McGriff hired the well-known attorney Ben Crump, who has been involved in many high-profile cases like George Floyd, Trayvon Martin, Breonna Taylor, and Michael Brown. Referring to the body camera video, he said, quote, "This disturbing video shows yet another example of unnecessary and excessive force used against a black woman during what should have been a routine encounter," unquote. Ben insisted that Erika was approached by the police for a minor traffic violation. The police claimed that Erika was driving on a revoked license. This is a misdemeanor for the first and second offense and a felony for the third or subsequent offense. Either way, it is not a minor traffic violation, as Ben indicated. Ben claimed that Officer Randy Holton used excessive force during the encounter with Erika. For example, punching Erika with a closed fist and grabbing her hair. He asked, "What happened to chivalry?" Ben was critical of the HALO law, insisting that it was helping the police to conceal their unlawful behavior. The law was vague and a clear violation of the First Amendment. He offered a glimpse into the defense strategy for both Jasmine and Anita. He said that Jasmine received a warning from Randy Holton after the incident was over. She was already gone by the time the warning was issued. As for Anita, she walked away after hearing the warning. Therefore, she complied with Randy's command. Item number 3. During the altercation between Randy and Erika, there were a number of people standing around. Some of them were within 25 feet of the officer, and others were outside that zone. A few people appeared to offer assistance to Randy, while others yelled, screamed, and video recorded the incident on their cell phones. Based on what was captured on Randy's body camera, many people in the crowd were displeased with his behavior. The atmosphere was definitely not consistent with a Randy Holton fan club meeting. People screamed phrases like, "What the blank is wrong with you? Get the blank off that lady," and "The police beat her." Things had turned ugly pretty quickly. It's a little worrisome that so many people sided with Erika, even though they must have seen her attack Randy. They may not have seen her bite him, but the punch that she threw was pretty obvious. This type of reaction must be pretty discouraging for police officers. They know that anytime there's an incident like this, the crowd will turn against them quickly. It doesn't matter if the suspect is violent. It doesn't matter if the use of force by the officer is justified. The officer will always be the villain. Presumably, the HALO law is at least partially based on this phenomenon. The crowd gets excited, they are biased against the police, and there is a concern that one of them will take action, like interfere with an arrest or even attack the officer. At the same time, it is also possible to appreciate the perspective of the crowd. What are people supposed to do when they witness police brutality? Can they do anything? If they interfere, they will get arrested, injured, or murdered. Video recording seems like a safe alternative to interfering. At least that way there might be some accountability, even if the victim still suffers greatly. But now the police in Florida are trying to limit how close people can get. This interferes with the ability to video record. In my opinion, the HALO law was probably written with good intentions, but it does infringe on constitutional rights. The police might say it creates a 25-foot zone of safety. I would say it creates a 25-foot zone of no accountability. Even if one were to assume the HALO law doesn't violate constitutional rights, Jasmine Jefferson and Anita Gibson were not guilty of violating this law. I think the police just wanted to make them pay, and this new law gave them the ability to make that happen. Item number 4. Did Randy Holton use excessive force when he arrested Erika McGriff? In my opinion, Randy was justified in deploying the force that he used on Erika during this incident. I think officers need to be careful about punching people and using a headlock, but Randy was in a tough situation here. Erika resisted while trying to make it seem like Randy was the aggressor. She needed him to take some drastic action to support her claim of being the victim. This is a frustrating reaction, especially when the officer is alone and surrounded by a crowd cheering for the perpetrator. Even though Erika was screaming, "I can't breathe," it's pretty clear that she could breathe because she was screaming. Her false cry for help could have inspired people from the crowd to attack the officer. This created a sense of urgency for Randy. He needed to get the situation resolved quickly. I believe that Erika resisted arrest because she knew she had been driving on a revoked license. She was hoping she could quickly terminate the encounter with Randy before he learned that her license had been revoked. Once he figured that out, she would be placed under arrest. Not long after the confrontation started, Erika realized that she was going to be arrested either way. However, she developed a new plan. This involved pretending that Randy was using excessive force. This strategy would not prevent Erika's arrest, but it would give her grounds for a lawsuit afterward and a lot of publicity. She could turn this negative interaction with law enforcement into a positive. Erika was trying to flip the script. Instead of a habitual traffic offender, she would be the next George Floyd, except her plan, of course, was to remain alive. In the end, Erika is not going to succeed in her effort to prove excessive force, but in a strange way, she did still manage to draw attention to an injustice. Her arrest led to the first application of the HALO law, which will now face a serious challenge in court. Erika may be a hero after all, a status she can enjoy from prison. Those are my thoughts on the case of Erika McGriff. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon.